Stephen Miller, let's start with the peace agreement. Trust but verify, peace through strength, both in play. Donald Trump's doctrine, consistent with his first term, when he dropped the mother of all bombs on Afghanistan, took out Soleimani and Baghdadi and associates, and of course beat the ISIS caliphate. Now he has once again given the Iranians a chance for peace. Will they really take it?
Well, let's just take a moment to think about how historic this moment is and what President Trump has achieved in this 12-day war. Presidents going back to Bill Clinton have said it is the policy of the U.S. government not to allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. But under every president except Trump, Iran marched closer and closer to being able to put onto a ballistic missile a nuclear warhead that could take out an entire city. That has been the direction Iran has been going in year after year. President Trump took action flawlessly through the United States military to obliterate Iran's nuclear sites and to stop them through the use of military force from having a nuclear weapon. It was a bold, courageous action, and it happened without a single leak, without a single solitary service member losing their life. Everyone said, who was a critic of this action, that it would lead to World War III, and instead we have a ceasefire, and instead we have the beginnings of a new era of stability and peace and security in the Middle East. President Trump, once again, has demonstrated that he alone has the wisdom, the judgment, the strength, and the courage to see this nation through the most dangerous challenges we face around the world, Sean.
Do you feel a level of confidence that they will agree to the inspections that would be necessary to trust and verify?
The lesson that the Iranian regime has learned from President Trump is the lesson of hard power, Sean. President Trump gave them a 60-day deadline. The deadline was very clear. Make a deal with us or pay a price you cannot imagine. Look what's happened over the last 12 days. The leader of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard has been killed. The senior leadership in the government has been killed. Their entire upper leadership ranks have been executed. The entire infrastructure that allows them to create ballistic missiles has been wiped out. Their air defenses have been eliminated, and President Trump dropped 30,000-pound massive ordnance-penetrating bombs on Iran, wiping out their nuclear capabilities. What lesson has the regime learned from this? When President Trump offers you olive branch, you better take it. Because if you don't, what's going to happen? So, we can talk about words and press releases and everything else. Sean, the lesson the world has learned is that President Trump talks softly and he carries a stick that will smack and destroy and annihilate any single effort to create a nuclear power in this country that threatens American security.
Your reaction, this court decision is massive, Steve.
Yes, this is an incredible victory, the Supreme Court win. It allows President Trump, as the law has long said, but the courts have blocked, it allows President Trump to send illegal aliens convicted of rape, murder, homicide, assault, battery, crimes against children to any country around the world that is willing to accept them. So whether that be South Sudan, or whether it be Somalia, or whether it be Ethiopia, any country in the world that is willing to accept these monsters, we can get them out of our country and be free of them forever. The only thing I have to share tonight, Sean, in a little bit of breaking news, is that the district court judge in Boston has said he's going to defy the Supreme Court's ruling. So expect fireworks tomorrow when we hold this judge accountable for refusing to obey the Supreme Court.